So what we're doing today is we're going to plant up a few tomatoes, and then we're going to make some coat hangers to train the tomatoes up, and we'll look at one or two other systems of how we can stake our tomatoes. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. What I've got here is we've had some wood ash burning, so mixed a bit of wood ash in. I've got a grow bag and I've got some ordinary soil, and we're just putting that all together and mixing that all up just to provide a nice sort of medium to grow the tomatoes in. So just mixing that up, we've given that a good old a good whisk up, and so that's what we're going to use to create a nice compost for our tomatoes. So what we're going to have a go at now is the coat hanger method of training tomatoes, and you might be surprised, but I've got a drill, and what I'm going to do is actually just drill a hole in the top, just through the top there. Obviously I'll do that on all the others as well, so just put that through. I'll just do it on these three. I'm going to get a piece of string and just a piece of wire. Now the wire I got today was, unfortunately, it only got this thin wire, so I've doubled it up in size. And what you're trying to aim to do is to make it go in a little bit on two sides. I'm going to actually pop that through that little bit there, and that's going to actually hook up on my little bit of wire there. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it to my pot, and that's where the hole comes in. So I'm just going to put the string through the hole, tie it, and now what I'm going to do is tie it to my coat hanger. So I'm just going to tie it to the top here, just round, and then maybe a couple of times, and then just tie it off with a double knot. That will be fine. Okay, and what's going to happen is, as you can see, this is going to be my coat hanger bit, that bit that's sticking up there. So I can hook it on if I want to. What we normally do is we wrap it round a few times, just a couple of times there, because I've got plenty of slack on this one. So I'm going to wrap it round a few times there, and what I'm going to do now is to feed it around my plant. Okay, and just so I don't want to harm the leaves, so I'm just taking a bit of care not to harm the leaves. And what I'm going to do now, having got it there, I think one more wrap around, and I'll just hook that coat hanger on, and that now will be enough to support that plant. In fact, I'm just going to turn it around just to make sure that there's a bit of tension, but not too much. And then as the plant grows, what I'll do is we'll just be able to unhook that, let a little bit more out, wrap it around a couple of times, and then you can extend it as much as you like. So that is the coat hanger system of the tomato plant. If you've got some thicker wire, even better, but there you can train it sideways and do whatever you want. That's one method of training tomatoes. So we'll just have a look at another method. So over here you can see that I've just got a long container there. So all we're going to do here is I'm just going to get my knife, and these can be tied in, and what I need is to cut myself a series of pieces of string about sort of 4 inches long or so, 100mm long. Just cut a couple of those, and then what I'm going to do is when you come to tie this in, we just do a figure of 8. So we wrap it around the plant first, and then round the back of the cane. I'm not going to do it tight, so I'm going to allow enough room there for the plant to grow, and then just a little bit of a kind of a reef knot, left over right under, right under, right over left under, and that's just enough to hold it onto the cane. And if I want to, I can put one at the top to stop that moving around. And so that's a cane method of just tying in your tomatoes. So what we're going to do with these tomatoes, we've got a little bit of base fertiliser, we've got some nice compost. We'll let them grow, and when they set the first truss, we'll then start to move to more of a kind of a liquid feed, increasing the potassium to get the flowers and fruit to form, and we'll pull out any side shoots and let that grow up. Okay, so that's a little bit of training with tomatoes. Have a go at home and see how you get on.